Hello and welcome to what episode? Whatever.
4.
We don't even know when this is gonna come
Episode
out. This
4.
is like
it's either 4 or
this-
5. This
so-
will be a week from tomorrow.
because it's so.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm your host Liam here with
McKay.
and
Andrew.
so we got the three here again.
Mhm.
So this is what episode 2 with all three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, but first one's never getting posted. Never
Yeah.
gonna be posted.
Yeah.
So, how's your guys' week? How's it going?
Pretty good, yeah. Gualbert Urania looking great, by the way. Went shopping for some new clothes, so that was fire.
Nice. It's always fun.
Yeah. Mom paid for it, which was even better. But yeah.
You, Andrew?
Pretty solid over here too. Okay week for the Diamondbacks. Just overall, pretty happy week.
I'm getting ready for a trip.
Yeah.
To my
to
my yearly Colorado trip.
Colorado.
So don't get to wrestle this year, but
Yeah.
I'm leaving in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get some wiffle ball in after this.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah,
Have a good
lot of it.
game. Anyways, enough talk.
Yes.
Let's get straight to the point. Today we've told you our favorite teams.
Mhm.
We've told you how we feel about our teams and their current how they're doing.
Yeah, positioning.
So
That's what we talked about.
Current state of the roster.
last week.
So we now we figured that we agreed as a group that here are some players that you should look into that really made us love and enjoy baseball.
Mhm.
So I sent the boys out, including myself, to make their top 15 MLB players of not necessarily like stats, like who was the best,
Mhm.
but who they enjoyed playing and who really made them love the game of baseball.
Mhm.
So we have 15 players. We're going to go 15 all the way to 1, and we're going to take turns going 15,
Okay.
and we're going to explain our reason for everyone. So I will start it off. Number 15. This one's was kind of a hit towards Andrew, but I have Corey Seager at 15. So ever since Corey Seager was called up, his Rookie of the Year season, when he won a Silver Slugger and
Yeah.
won Rookie of the Year,
Mhm.
I really like to watch Corey Seager play. And that was, I think, 20-something,
17, 18?
2017,
Yeah.
something like 16. So just before Aaron Judge got because it was
Was 17 was Judge's rookie year?
Mhm.
So
And,
16 probably.
yeah,
16
so-
or 15.
so 16 or 15 was
Yeah.
Corey Seager. So when Corey Seager first came up, I loved him. He's my first time when I pulled an MLB show.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped out a lot. And then every year since then, Corey Seager's had a World Series MVP card
Mm-hmm.
and always a show, no matter if it was as a Dodger or as a Ranger. And I
Yeah.
loved those cards
Love.
every year. His swing is so fun to use. I love using him in video games.
He's the only time I'm willing to use lefty.
His moment against the Diamondbacks
Mhm.
obviously was electric and one of my favorite home run calls ever.
Sorry, Andrew.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a hit. He's
Yeah.
mad. Andrew's mad because he's good.
Yeah.
So that's usually why people don't like players. So 15, I have Corey Seager. Obviously, he's kind of sucked recently, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's
care.
fair, yeah.
so we'll go Andrew. Who's number 15 for you?
So this is kind of it's going to be a lot different than the rest of my list. But for 15, I put Yogi Berra.
Mm.
They had this documentary on Netflix about him. I can't remember what the
I
name
remember
was,
watching that.
Still
Yeah.
haven't watched it.
but I watched it with my grandpa. It was one of
Yeah.
the more recent activities I've done with him. Kind of just like a fond memory. So
Yeah.
I put him at 15.
No, I love that. I watched it. It was really good. It was like his grandparents or grandkids and like talking about everything he did and whatever.
One of my favorite clips of Yogi Berra is him doing an interview, and he kind of showed his hands, and it was a ring on each finger, and he's
Mhm.
like, I don't have enough fingers to
Yeah.
fit all my rings because he has
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
I think
It's insane.
so.
His name
Unreal.
Might be
I think
9.
it's-
I think he remembers. I meant like it was either that he wanted one more, or he.
Didn't have
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
So I really am personally I like Yogi Berra, but some of these players are really I don't really have a personal connection like you do with
Yeah.
Yogi, but
Yeah.
his stats were insane, and I think it's crazy that he's not top 5 in the conversations for catchers of all time.
Oh,
But-
100%. Yeah.
Go ahead.
15, I put Corbin Carroll. I have always loved watching him, being able to go to the games and stuff like that. Being able to watch like what he's doing is just so fun. And I got to go to a couple of the postseason games in that World Series run, and he was electric for all the games that I went to. And I don't know. He's just always been really cool. And something that I really liked about him is that he was already under a massive major league contract and he was making millions of dollars. And then he still wanted to go back to college. So he went to ASU, took college classes, stuff like that to get a better education, which I thought was pretty cool. Because, like, you know, most people, you think you make it to sports and you make millions of dollars, you don't need to go to college. But I don't know. I just like that about him. I like he's a hard worker.
I think one of my favorite moments about Corbin Carroll was when I saw a post that his parents still took him to work.
Took him to the work. Yeah.
So that, and I think the way he plays, I enjoy, and I love him in MLB The Show.
Oh, yeah.
But I hate to say it, and I'm going to sound like a bad friend, but the only reason I don't like Corbin Carroll is because it's one of Andrew's favorite players.
Yeah.
Being so serious.
Yeah.
Tired of me talking about.
Yeah, because all Andrew does
That's
is
true. That's
talk
all the
about him.
notifications are on the group chat.
Because I have Aaron Judge as the best player in baseball
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
like 5 years.
Mhm.
So Andrew, I guess, tries to compete against me, but
Yeah.
there's just no competition because Aaron
To be
Judge.
fair, it used to be a lot worse. I don't talk about him close to as much.
That's
anymore.
fair. He's gotten a little bit better.
But no,
Little
but
bit.
still, when a little bit.
He's like one of the players to talk about the least on the team.
Okay,
I talk
you know
about
what? You're
him-
done
I talk-
talking. You're done
on,
talking.
On call, I talk about him all.
You're done
I
talking.
don't text him.
You're done talking. So that's that just showed that Andrew's delusion. So just take his top 15 with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Number 14. Kay's gonna like this one. I have Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Um,
That's my guy.
it's gonna sound really weird, but the rest of my list is all people who played for the Yankees. So this is my last non-Yankee. Well, currently, I guess, because I have some non-current Yankees on here, but people who are still Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Trout was the poster boy when I first got into the league.
Uh-huh.
So obviously, I can say I watched baseball when I was 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
No one remembers any games from that unless you watch back.
Yeah.
So I remember I was like 6 getting into baseball. And I think 16 was the last year, was not the last year, but the year Trout won MVP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. 14, 16, 19.
So Trout had that crazy year, and the Yankees sucked in 2016. They didn't suck,
Mhm.
but they weren't very good.
It wasn't the Yankees season.
So
yeah.
Watching Mike Trout steal bases, because that was my first year playing baseball, and the reason I stole bases and drew walks was because of Mike Trout.
Mm.
I remember watching Mike Trout steal and be like a not gritty player because he'd hit like 35 home runs every year too, which is insane back then. Still been insane now, but
Yeah.
watching Mike Trout play really impacted my games. And then obviously once you get into a player, you watch all their highlights, you watch what they do. I remember watching Mike Trout's home run robbery, and then liking him even more when I watched Zach Campbell's video, a guy who goes to a bunch of games and catches home runs. And he caught Mike Trout's first home run ball.
Yeah.
It's and seeing how humble Mike Trout is too,
Oh my
and
gosh.
his
Yeah.
loyalness really stands with me because it reminds me of, like Aaron Judge. and
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So that's why he's on my list. But the rest is just Yankees because
Yeah. Yeah. No, I could go on about Trout forever, and I probably will later. But yeah.
All right, so for 14, I put Kyle Stowers. He's one of my favorite non-Diamondback players ever. It's just he's one of the more electric players on the Marlins. First of all,
I think
he doesn't have much impact.
The-
I don't love the Marlins.
isn't he like the most electric? I think remember
Honestly, yeah.
watching his walk-off home run was insane. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
He just he always stood out to me because I don't know why, but for whatever reason, we got into me and Liam got into an argument last year about who the Marlins All-Star should be. He said Otto Lopez. I said Kyle Stowers. And for whatever reason, that argument made me love him as a player, and it's been easy to follow him since then.
All right. Well, for 14, I have Freddie Freeman. I've always loved watching him play, especially on the Braves. Oh my gosh! But when he went to the Dodgers, I kind of started to hate him because obviously I don't love the Dodgers. No hate to Dodgers fans, but it's a little
All hate to Dodgers fans.
It's a little hard to watch teams like that grow. And so watching Freddie go to the Dodgers was kind of hard for me, and I kind of started to distance myself. And then I watched this 30 for 30, I think it was, on Freddie Freeman and his story. And I still have, every time I play baseball, I think of a quote that he said in it. It was, "You didn't come this far to only come this far." And something about the way that he presents himself and the way that he sees baseball and the way he sees life. I don't know. I just have always appreciated that about him. But yeah, and I'm a first baseman, so I mean, biased. But
I obviously can't like Freddie Freeman.
yeah, obviously.
Number 13, I have El Scary Gary Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Sanchez was unreal his first 2-3 years as a Yankee. He came up, he won a Silver Slugger, was in the Home Run Derby, was insane there. He reminded me a lot of, what a catcher's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You bat low, but you hit nukes.
Yeah.
And Gary Sanchez was really good defensively and really good offensively for his first 2 years. And I really loved Gary Sanchez. And the cherry on top is that his cards in MLB The Show were awesome. They were unreal.
Elite.
He was a silver and was on like people's
Yeah.
end game teams. So you're gonna see a theme with me that if I like him in MLB The Show, I like them.
Yeah. Which is fair.
So I when he started to suck with us, average was lower, a lot lower. Home runs went down, errors. It was part of the reason why he's so low on this list. But Gary Sanchez really, and then his double to take the lead against the Astros in 2017 was in the Baby Bombers year. I just love Gary Sanchez so much. That's why he's 13.
We say so low on the list, like it's not the top 15 players.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, he would be higher if he continued his pace he was at. He'd be like top 7.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But still.
Yeah. Who's your 13, Andrew?
All right. For number 13, I put Kevin Ginkel.
Mm.
He was easily the most electric reliever on the team during the World Series run. Obviously, Sewell was your closer, but Kevin Ginkel had like the put him away fastball.
Mm-hmm.
Great off-speed pitches. He was also always pretty fired up during the run. Like he wasn't afraid to show you how he was into it.
He had a ton of energy for sure.
Right. Made it very easy to watch him pitch and just love him as a person and as a player.
Yeah. I actually saw him once. I was in Nashville and I was at dinner with my family, and then I look over and I see Kevin Ginkel and I think it was Jordan Lawler sitting at like the table next to us with their girlfriends or wives or whatever it was. And I lean over to my brother. I'm like, dude. And he goes, I know. And so we took a picture and like everything. It was cool.
I have a question. How many MLB players have you seen outside of a baseball stadium?
1. No, 2, counting that. Yeah.
You?
Very, very few, if any. I can't think of any example right now.
Outside of a stadium. Like I've talked to some inside stadiums, but outside, like that's the only time it's ever happened.
I saw a young Luke Voigt in Arizona.
Oh, wow.
In their series in 2019. I saw him leaving the stadium. I saw, what's his name? Parra. Geraldo Parra.
Geraldo Parra.
Yeah.
Gerardo.
Yeah.
Gerardo.
I saw him outside, got his autograph. We were at the mall and we saw him, and my mom's like, her ex-boyfriend was like, isn't that a baseball player? And he held me and we talked for a bit, and then that's it. But then people I've actually talked to, it's been Camp Schlitter, and then that's about it. So, but that's pretty cool that you saw those players out there. So, But are you up next?
I'm at 13, right? So 13, I have Nolan Ryan. I mean, just one of the most dominant pitchers that we've ever seen, and
Most dominant right-hander ever, probably.
yeah, honestly, he's just so fun to watch. And I'll watch I watch again, and you're gonna see a theme with me is that if I've watched the documentary about them, then it's probably gonna be pretty high on the list.
How many documentaries are there?
A lot. There's a lot. I watched this one, the Road to 4,000 or whatever it was, strikeouts. Oh my gosh, that was one of the coolest things to watch. Was watching him through that fight where he
That's me and Andrew's favorite.
Blistered, yeah, and then
ever.
where he broke what was it? He broke his finger or something, and then his hand was all bloody the whole time while he was pitching, and it was just so cool to watch his journey to being one of the greats.
He was an angel.
Yeah, and he was an angel, of course. That's big.
I kind of forget. Were you guys? What were Nolan Ryan's best years? Was it when he was a Ranger?
It was when he was an angel. I think was one of his best.
The Astro years.
His best team was the Astros, but I think his best season single was with the Angels because that's when he got the 383 strikeouts.
How did that dude never win
in a
Cy Young?
season?
No clue. Guy,
Yeah.
5,700 strikeouts.
Yeah.
And the Netflix documentary I watched is because he had like a bad relationship with the media. Or
It was
That's so
like
stupid. That is so stupid.
It was
that cost a lot of older guys a lot of awards. Like Ted Williams would have like 6 MVPs.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look at the stats first because Ted Williams. Back then there was guys that
Yeah.
were hitting more home runs
Some dead
than
era
teams.
ballers,
So, number 12 is Luke Voigt. This is a really random name, but Luke Voigt in 2020, when this is probably when I was one of my biggest like seasons where I loved watching baseball.
Mhm.
Luke Voigt led the league in home runs, and when he had the biggest leg kick ever. I mean, his knee would go up to his like right above his stomach, and then he would just nuke the ball, and he would like hop out of the box and then round the bases, and he was just such a like you look at him and he's just jacked, like he's muscles and he's got a bit of a belly, so first baseman build. But the guy hit absolute jacks, like he would go yard. And then I remember the 2019 series against the Diamondbacks when we went there and every player was hurt. We were missing Judge, we were missing Stanton, we were missing Didi, we were missing all those people, and he hit a home run right to us, and the people right in front of us caught it. And I remember just saying, Luke Voigt hitting a home run was just so cool in person.
Yeah.
So that's why he's number 12.
All right. For my number 12, this is my last non-Diamondback player or player who played for the Diamondbacks. It's Kerry Carpenter. It's kind of a weird name, but he always stuck out to me on the Detroit team. I love his style of play. Like he's electric in playoffs too. The dude is ridiculous. Like he's against righties. I think he's one of the better hitters in baseball, if I'm not mistaken. Like he has one of the highest slugging percentages against righties in baseball.
Yeah.
Just great overall hitter. Really fun to watch his at-bats. Electric in playoffs, like I said. It's just very easy to like player.
Yeah.
It always stuck out to me in more recent years watching all the playoff games. Just because I'm obviously a more recent baseball fan. So he's one of the guys that stuck out to me above a lot of other players.
Yeah.
You're going to notice a trend with us. You're going to be more 2020s fan. I'm going to be more 2019, like 2016 on.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like really miscellaneous.
Yeah, I'm kind of just all over the place. Yeah.
So go ahead, McKay.
Next is my number 12, Gunnar Henderson. For these two, they know the story. But my first year of playing MLB The Show was 2022. And there was a Future of the Franchise card. And it was a Gunnar Henderson 92, I want to say. And no, the 22 was 92.
Oh.
And then
Was that not Kobe Mayo or Adley Rutschman?
no, that was later on. And I mean, I hit 400 with that card, like 87 home runs or something. Like I just loved to play with that card, and ever since I've loved his cards.
Aren't you thinking of the 23.99 that we used in co-op?
No, I got the.
Was there
it was
ever a 99?
no. The thing was yes. The
What am I
thing it
thinking
was originally a low level in 22, and then they brought it back in 23. Yeah, and
I'm not doubting you. He's your favorite.
I freaking loved that card, and ever since I've loved all his cards and being able to use him, and then watching him get like better throughout the years. I've had him in fantasy every year, like all this stuff. Just being able to track him has been.
You always draft him a bit higher than he should.
Than he should have,
because you're a Gunnar Henderson. Level.
Yeah.
What is it my turn now?
Yes, number 11.
So, is any of your guys' favorite MLB The Show Diamond Dynasty cards on here?
Well, a lot of my favorite Diamond Dynasty cards are just my favorite players. So kinda,
yeah, a few of them throughout here. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say my favorite Diamond Dynasty card of all time, and then we can go. But if they're on the list, just say a different one. My favorite Diamond Dynasty card ever is MLB The Show 25 Live Series Ellie De La Cruz.
Live Series Ellie. Yeah.
So, and then a very, very, very close second is there was an 89 Randy Johnson.
Oh, Takashi Okazaki. Yeah.
So I had online. I had a 0 ERA against the boys.
Yeah.
I had like
Unreal.
a 300 batting average for no reason.
Yeah.
And I remember just loving that card. And then if you think of me when you think MLB The Show with my friends, it's just the Randy.
Yeah.
Like every time you guys are just like, oh, Liam and that Randy. Like,
yeah.
It was something about it too. Because when the 99 Randy came out, he sucked. I sucked with him.
You only used the 89 and then we couldn't touch him.
And then there was just something about it that made Randy, and he was my first P5 pitcher. So
Mhm.
I just love that. So, but back to Ellie, batted 500, had like 70 steals,
Yeah.
30 home runs, and then online I batted like 450 with 20 home runs or something like that. But I love Ellie. I love Ellie.
Yeah.
And I love Ellie because Andrew doesn't like him sometimes too.
It's just reason for half his players. I don't like him, so he loves him.
Well, more than half my list is Yankees, so that's just not true. But I think it's cool. Me and Andrew are already starting to get competitive. We're getting in game mode for
Yeah.
Wall, but
Yeah.
I love Ellie De La Cruz. I think he's a huge talent. I think that he's one of the most talented players I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
But I'm not sorry. I'm talking a lot. But number 11 is DJ LeMahieu.
I thought that was your 11. Okay.
No. DJ LeMahieu would be extremely higher if he didn't have one of the worst downfalls I've ever seen.
Yeah.
DJ LeMahieu, when he first came to the Yankees, he was unreal. I mean, I think he won 2, maybe 3 batting titles with us.
Yeah. Something like that.
Finished in top 3 MVP like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Hit the home run against the Astros before Altuve walked us off. I still think we had a chance. So DJ LeMahieu, singles guy.
Mm-hmm.
He always went the opposite way. Never really was a guy who hit the ball hard, but DJ LeMahieu, number 11.
All right, Andrew, who's your 11?
My number 11 is Justin Martinez.
Mm.
Back to similar reasons for Kevin Gingle. He's just electric. The fastball is unreal. Okay,
I'm just kidding.
Dude, tell me I'm wrong.
No, we're just kidding.
The fastball is unreal. The splitter is unreal. I've been advocating for him to be the closer for years now. Unfortunately, he's rehabbing from Tommy John right now. Should be back in August-ish. I can't wait for it. He's the best reliever on the team currently, in my opinion, assuming he stays at the same form when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just incredible to watch.
Yeah. For my number 11, I have Cal Ripken Jr. I know, random.
Wow. Okay.
Anybody who can just go out and play that many games in a row, to me, I can respect. I also have an autographed picture of him in my room because of how much I love him, obviously. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say. I have him at 11.
I think something I admire about Cal Ripken is that he played so many games and he was just so good.
Yeah.
He was really good.
Yeah.
So, am I already back up? Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. Number 10, this is the dagger in the heart.
Top 10.
Every time. I hate talking about it. He was one of my favorite players to watch ever. He has always been one of my favorite players to watch. It's Juan Sellout. So, Juan Soto. Juan Soto had his best season as a Yankee, right? Let me write here. Had his best season as a Yankee. Sees the Mets as a rival. Mets make the NLCS, obviously, so that's New York rival. Yep. He hits the home run to send us to the World Series. We make it to the World Series, fall short. You know what? I'm gonna go to the Mets for less money, and a couple years less because you know what? My family wants to.
It was more money. That's why he took it. It was more money, but
I don't think so. I think the Yankees had the most
Yankees
offered.
Was $760, and Mets was $765.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Well, isn't that why you call him Juan Sellout?
Because he went.
Because we offered Soto more years.
Oh,
yeah, it was one extra year.
More.
Yeah,
so more
yeah,
money.
yeah, yeah.
It was one extra year, but it was $5 less money. That's why he took the Mets one. Look it up.
Liam's the Yankees fan, man. I don't know.
All right, so Juan Soto took Andrew was right. He took the more money, but then the one less year as a Yankee. Stupid decision. He's regretted it already. I can already tell.
Mm-hmm.
He misses being a Yankee. He goes on social media and reposts stuff as a Yankee. No one does that. The Mets organization is horrible. He hates the Mets. Something's wrong with them.
It's like every Met hates each other.
So,
yeah.
Juan Soto, I mean, the fans don't really like Juan Soto like the Yankees fan like Juan Soto. I mean,
yeah,
we had chance with re-sign Soto. Obviously, we haven't made as far of a playoff push since he's been on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the impact he had of Judge Stanton Soto was unreal. So, he's number 10, but if he stayed a Yankee, he'd be top 3, top 2.
Yeah. All right, Andrew. Number 10.
All right, so my number 10, I think in the coming years will be a lot higher on this list. But right now it's Corbin Burns. I'd always liked Corbin Burns before he was a Diamondback.
Mm-hmm.
Him as a Brewer was one of my favorite pitchers to watch when I first got into baseball. And he always was talked about around trade deadline season. Like he was one of those guys that was always in rumors. And in talks to go somewhere else because the Brewers never liked paying their guys that much.
Yeah.
So he was always in trade talks. And the Diamondbacks would always be like the 4th or 5th team in those trade talks, and I would always want them to chase after him so bad because I liked him so much as a pitcher already, and he would help the pitching staff greatly because he's just a good pitcher.
Yeah.
And then the reaction I had to him signing with us in the offseason after 2024 is easily the biggest reaction I've ever had to any kind of offseason move. It caught me so off guard because they were a mystery team. They weren't actually in any rumors or anything.
Yeah.
Like no one had any idea they were actually targeting him. He came to us too, which was pretty awesome. So when he actually finally did sign here, it was just electric for me.
Yeah.
I loved every second of it because I already wanted him on the team bad. And then he pitched in his limited action last year. He pitched great. Like he was the best starter on the team in his limited action. He had a 2.6 ERA.
Mm-hmm.
His strikeouts obviously were down a little bit.
He's a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah.
But I think I might be wrong on this one. I think his strikeout rate went up a little bit from last year, but I think it's
Year
down.
before. What do you mean last year?
2025.
Yeah.
So from 2024, I think his strikeout rate from 2024 went up just a little bit.
He's a ground ball pitcher.
He didn't used to be though. It's weird.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I can't wait for him to come back.
Yeah.
Love watching him pitch.
I like more. Obviously, this is kind of like who asked, but I really admire how he is because he's not a pitcher that throws 100.
Yeah.
He's a guy who throws a sinker, a cutter, and like some off speed.
Yeah.
And he's been one of the best. And obviously, coming from the Yankees are always like, you think of the Yankees, you think of like people who throw hard
Yeah.
somewhat. So
Like a Chapman or a Garrett Cole
Doval
or
and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but Corbin Burns, like what he said at like 95.
Yeah.
So
95, 96.
I think that's really cool. And then he can fool people because his
Yeah.
pitches are disgusting.
Yeah.
That's why I love Trevor Bauer so much. I need to change my
Yeah.
list. Great.
All right. Well, for number 10, I had Mickey Mantle.
Hasn't said a current player yet, have you?
Carroll and Freddie Freeman and Gunnar. Mickey Mantle. He is one of those guys that is just like fun to hear about, like in his MLB The Show. All right,
Okay, I'm just kidding.
Not the current news. But to hear about all these stats that I'll randomly just come across, and then he's a switch hitter, which is always makes me happy.
Fast.
And then he was fast. He was a good fielder, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, he hit nukes, and so it was just it. And every year I love using an MLB The Show. I don't know. I mean, I love to be able to learn more about him, and I love that era of players too. So yeah, Mickey Mantle, number 10.
All right, I had to change my list. So if I did this correctly, he would be higher. But number 9, I have Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
Trevor Bauer on the Reds.
Yes.
One of my favorite seasons to watch ever, by the way. He was in 2020. He won the Cy Young. He was just every outing he had, he'd go like 7 and then like yell and be hyped.
Yeah.
And he got banned from MLB. Not banned, but I think he was.
Well, I think
He was on, they call it administrative leave, and then they suspended him for 2 whole seasons, shortened it to 1, and then they cut him. The Dodgers cut him because they just don't want to deal with the publicity from having him on their team.
So he signed this big contract with the Dodgers. I didn't really like him because he was a Dodger.
Yeah.
Has a series against the Padres where it's one of my favorite highlights to watch because he Tatis hits a home run off him, and then like they have this like rivalry. One of my favorite pitches I've ever seen was actually I think it was against Marte, where he threw like a curveball. It was one of the most nasty curveballs I've ever seen, and Marte like half swung to like protect himself, and then that's when Trevor Bauer did the sword thing.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was just like, this guy's electric. Allegations come out, hate him, right?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that to a girl? Allegations come out false.
Yeah.
I love the guy. Guy signs with what, Japan first?
I think it was
Japan,
Mexico, and then now.
Yeah.
So he goes to Japan. One of my favorite YouTube series ever. I mean, watching I want to go to a Japan game one day because they're so electric. And then his Mexico series, when he like broke a record, he broke most strikeouts in a game through a no-hitter, I think. And just struck out a lot of guys. And then watching him on YouTube, especially when I'm like trying to pitch with these guys, just be an idiot, watching the way he does stuff and explain stuff, and his love for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, recently he went to a Yankees game, and he wore a Yankees jersey, so that was pretty awesome to watch.
Yeah.
So, Trevor Bauer, yeah, and then his YouTube videos really are top tier. I think it's the best baseball content on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's number 9.
All right, so my number 9 used to be my number 1 for a long time. Not anymore. It's fallen off in recent years, but it's David Peralta. Call him Freight Train. He was really good for the Diamondbacks for a really long time. It's a theme in my list. It's good Diamondback players. He's always really fun to watch. The fan base loved him. He put up really good seasons consistently. Great defender in left field. That was always fun to watch. My parents really liked him, so getting into baseball, it made it very easy to connect with them while getting into baseball because he was still one of the better players on the team. And overall, he just made it pretty easy to get into baseball when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I grew the love that I had for him even beforehand, before I got really super into baseball, grew even more as I actually got into the sport.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it'd be higher.
I did
that's
still.
Dodger years hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Number 9, I have another non-active player, Ricky Henderson. He has been one of the staples in our group. Just so electric. Like with the stolen base, like every stolen base, it's like I'm watching the best do it because he is the best. And obviously MLB The Show have loved him over the years.
Not even that he was fast. It was just
he
was
good.
Steal bases.
Like he was just good at stealing bases, right? And so Ricky at 9, I love that guy.
I really like Ricky, and especially since he played for like literally every team.
Oh,
in existence.
every team, yeah.
So, we won't get too into it. I mean, if you just look up all of these players, by the way, if you are really into what we're saying, look up these players because I feel like every player, we have a reason that we like them.
Yeah.
So, Next, number 8, I have Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres came up in 2018. We acquired him from a trade for Aroldis Chapman. The trade was kind of sketchy for our side.
Pretty much like you telling me you trade him, then you told him you'd sign him back, right?
Yeah. So Chapman was on an expiring deal. Trade him to the Cubs. He wins the World Series. We knew Chapman was going to come back to the Yankees. We get Chapman back, and then we also have Gleyber Torres. So around 2 years after that trade, he comes up, hits like 39 home runs, bats 280. No. He did that in 2019. 2018, he was just kind of like a regular rookie. Like he has a normal rookie season. And then 2019, he had that 39 home run season, like a 4 WAR. Made the All-Star team, I'm pretty sure. And Gleyber Torres in the playoffs was always unreal. I mean, he always showed out, especially in their 24 run, hitting home runs against the Royals, the Guardians, being our leadoff hitter, really getting on base for those heavy hitters like Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, even though, sleeping giant Judge.
Yeah.
But I really just liked Gleyber Torres, loved him in Diamond Dynasty.
Number 8.
All right. So for my number 8, I have Eugenio Suarez. As a more recent fan of baseball and not like a older rooted guy for older Diamondback seasons, he from 24 to 25 was one of the most electric players to watch on this team. So if you take from the second half of 24 on to the first half of 25 on and put those two together like it's one whole season, it's like an MVP caliber season. The dude played unreal for us for almost 2 whole years. It was just like he was one of my favorite. He's been one of my favorite players to watch for years now, for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
not obviously he's red now, which is unfortunate. I mean,
Well, he's red before, but
red again, I should say. So it's just watching him play the last 2 years, getting into baseball even more after the World Series run. He was like one of the first additions we made after the fact.
Yeah.
Made it really easy to love him as a player and very, very fun to watch as a player.
I have some breaking news that I'd like to talk about.
Really?
Ronald Acuna, around 10 minutes ago, left the game due to apparent injury and runs to first. And if you almost see, he like hops.
It's his ACL
It's
again.
another knee thing.
So
wasn't it his left ACL last time?
It's both of them. He's had both surgeries on both of them.
So I don't know when this is going to come out. So when this comes out, we'll know what happened. So we're wishing him the best. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, to get
my number 8. My number 8. Yep. I have. This might make Liam a little mad that he's this slow. I have Aaron Judge. It was funny. I was a really biased Angels fan in 2022, and on Andrew level 2022 biased. And I actually tried to make an argument with these guys that Ohtani deserved the MVP over the 62 home run Judge. And in that moment, I was so sure I was right. And looking back, I am so sure that I was wrong. And
wasn't unanimous. There was an argument. I disagree.
I think that Judge should have been unanimous because absolutely unreal to watch. That 62 home run season was the first season that I got into baseball, and I thought it was just normal, And then I'm watching seasons 4 years later, and I'm realizing how absolutely insane that was.
What one guy's hit 60 since then?
Yeah, and
sorry, you guys got to hear me out here.
Yeah,
these two just got into baseball heavily.
Yeah,
and some of the arguments we had, if I call Andrew a biased Diamondbacks fan, it's literally solely just because of 22 and 23.
Honestly, yeah.
These guys were brand new to the sport, and I had to kind of guide them.
We had to train us. Yeah.
So because they would say stuff and just be it would just be outlandish. And I'd just be like, "Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?"
Because I remember it was you and your brother.
Yes.
And then I remember because it was me and you arguing.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Andrew arguing, and then your brother came in, and then he's like, "Just look at the stats, dude." And you looked at the stats, and then Aaron Judge had a 10.91.
Yeah.
And then Ohtani obviously was great, but
yes,
continue.
No, and Judge, again, with my theme, I watched his 30 for 30, and it was really interesting to see his story of how he was adopted, and I think he was the one that said that his parents didn't want him or whatever, and then his adopted mom, who is half of his height, by the way, it's really funny to see pictures, took him in, realized he was special, and then here we are. He's one of the greatest players
one of the greatest, if not the greatest, right-handed hitter of all time. There's an argument.
There's an argument.
I like that he had 3 sports that he could have chose, and you're like, oh yeah, the 6'7" guy, basketball or football.
Football.
No,
Let's go baseball.
Yeah. So went to Fresno and then got drafted by the Yankees. Sucked.
Yeah.
And Baby Bombers happened, and then I'll get more into Aaron Judge later.
Yeah, trust me.
So
if he were to have played basketball or football, what do you think he would have done?
I don't think he would have made.
I don't think he would have
made the NBA, but for football, he could have had.
I don't think he would have made the NBA. He probably would have made the NFL. Honestly, he's just an athlete.
You never know though, because if he put in his same level of energy as baseball, then the limits.
So we're looking at a different guy. Yeah.
So number 7, I have Cody Bellinger. So, oh my gosh, recently he's been unreal. He's been the only reason the Yankees are still in the playoffs run because Aaron Judge is hurt now. I liked Cody Bellinger ever since 2018. So MLB The Show 18, Cody Bellinger had a playoff card, a Series 1 Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
So he had a playoff card, an 88. I remember mashing with that card. I was really good at MLB The Show back then. Now I've fallen off heavily. So going into him in Diamond Dynasty and then just hitting absolute nukes because power was everything that year. So he would hit absolute bombs, and I just loved playing with him. And then obviously he was in talks of being a Yankees every year he played, it seemed like. So when he finally was a Yankee and we made the playoffs with Bellinger, he finally had his first, kind of productive season. Well, he had one with the Cubs. So finally showed that he was a good, consistent player again. And then him re-signing really hit me the right way because obviously with the year before us losing Juan Soto, now getting back Cody Bellinger was just awesome. And he's been unreal since. So that's why he's this high on this list.
All right. So my number 7 is Paul Goldschmidt. I wasn't as into baseball growing up as I have been for the last 4 or 5 years.
Not even close, right?
But no, not even close. But I would watch games with my parents every once in a while just because it was a nice experience.
Yeah.
It was fun to do, nice little pastime, easy way to hang out with them. And for years and years and years, for most of my life, Paul Goldschmidt was the guy for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
He was the guy to watch. It was incredible.
The
dude was unreal. He should have had an MVP over McCutcheon, by the way. Side point, that's a different point. It's just in a time where watching baseball made it very easy to connect with my parents. He was the best player on the team, which made it pretty easy to like him.
Yeah,
still do.
It's kind of hard to even think he's good because when he was playing, you had Miguel Cabrera, and he was winning Triple Crowns.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love Goldie too as a Yankee.
For number 7, I have Babe Ruth. I know. I don't have a lot of active players. on
Where
here.
do you get these names?
These
obviously
are
it's
all
legends, but,
players
like,
I have experiences with. Like
Well, he was called Babe Ruth as a kid. That
I mean,
sounds
yeah,
horrible.
honestly, it was. Yeah. No, I went to the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown and seeing all the stuff that he's in there for, and like watching his progression. And then I went to the Louisville Slugger Hall of Fame, which is where all the bats are. I got to swing his bat. I bought a replica for myself. I've had a jersey of his since I was like 12 or something that still fits me because I was a chunky 12-year-old. And
We all were.
yeah. No, but just what he did. And some people are like, oh, he was facing plumbers, which
No one cares.
No
he
one
was hitting more
cares.
home
He
runs
was-
than teams. He
he
was good
was-
for his time.
he was good for his time. And that's what I love about him, is that he was just so dominant in the time that he was. And then I did a freaking school report on him because of how good he was.
You ask
yeah.
a casual, their top three, they're going to say Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth, yeah.
So the Salt and the Swat. Because the
Yes.
Sandlot, another reason.
Yes, Sandlot,
So
which was like my
Great
favorite
fan,
movie
Mina.
growing up.
My
So,
number six
number
is
six.
Didi Gregorius. Don't even get me started. This guy was a Diamondback too.
Yeah.
One of the weirder trades in our franchise.
Yeah. So he was never really a good player until he hit the Yankees. He was always good. Like he was.
Yeah.
You think a good like ish player, he was that. So he comes to the Yankees. 2018 just hits nukes for some reason.
Yeah.
That's like 290. Obviously, the era I'm watching, just getting into it, it was really good to have someone like Didi Gregorius because I was a infielder myself. So
Mhm.
watching him making diving plays, he was a lefty. Not vividly. What's the opposite of vividly? Like you remember
Vaguely.
it really. You remember it very well.
That's
That's
vividly.
vividly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I remember very vividly that he hit a grand slam against the Minnesota Twins, and he hit it, thought it was foul, like slapped his bat down, and then pimped it. And like watching him pimp home runs and then play, loving MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Even recently, he has
Oh my gosh,
a
he had that one
WBC card.
WBC card. Yeah.
Having parallel 5. I love Didi Gregorius. I had him his 20 prestiged, so
Yeah.
huge part of me hitting World Series, but it's enough.
Yeah.
Out of me. So
Number 6.
Side note, you mentioned he was a Diamondback. Do you know who they traded to get him?
wasn't it someone huge for us too? Or-
Wait, not from you guys, but I'm saying they got him from Cincinnati. But do you know who they traded for him?
No.
Trevor Bauer.
Oh.
It was a 3-team deal. He went to Cleveland, and then we got Didi from Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. All right. What about your 6, Andrew?
All right, so my number 6 is Luis Gonzalez. I obviously never actually got to watch him play personally, but I mean, he's a legend for this franchise. He has one of the most memorable moments in MLB history. Liam doesn't like me very much for saying
It's not
this.
most memorable. No one remembers a bloop single up the middle because the infield is in.
There's a walk-off in Game
I mean,
7.
clearly
man.
you do. So.
No, it's not. If you think of walk
I'm
offs,
just
no one thinks of Luis Gonzalez.
Yeah,
to be honest.
That's the walk-off.
No,
what
it
are
is
you
not.
talking
Joe,
about?
Joe Carter. What are you talking about? Touch 'em
It's
all?
Joe Carter's and then Gonzalez.
No,
That's
okay.
what it
Don't
is.
even get me started because that's just not even close. Go ahead.
Go ahead with Gonzo.
Anyways, he's an absolute legend for this franchise. He's the second most iconic player in the history of this franchise, unless you want to put Kurt Schilling up there. Just he's the best. He's probably still the best offensive player in our team's history. So it just makes it very easy to like him. Obviously, knowing the history of the team, so he shoots up the rankings pretty quick just because of the impact he's had on the team. Even now, I mean, he's one of our commentators still.
Yeah, I highly disagree. I think Goldschmidt and Marte have passed him. I mean, he had the one home run, the one not doing steroids year, I guess, where he hit 50 home runs.
Yeah.
And then Marte's just been consistently better. I mean, obviously you were the Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah.
but outside in,
He's still like, if you look at the stat leaders, he's the leader in almost every offensive stat still.
Okay. Yeah.
he also took roids. But, well, okay.
And
Not-
that's
not-
allegedly.
not
If we're using the
for-
era argument for Babe Ruth, it's the same thing. That was the product of the era. I mean, obviously,
That's fair.
it drags stuff down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Well, I just think if you go for never mind. This is an argument we've had before. We all laugh at it.
Yeah.
Luis Gonzalez goes from hitting 20 home runs and wow, 50 home runs, never does it again.
and then
So, but I definitely agree. It was a lucky jam single off the greatest closer of all time. The ball was hit right in the middle of the bat. Whatever.
sound pretty salty, man.
You guys are an irrelevant team. The Yankees are relevant every year. The Diamondbacks are an
Oh,
irrelevant team.
All right. Well, for my
That's
number
so funny.
6, I have Hank Aaron, who has always been one of my favorites. There was a time when I wanted to name my kid Henry because of
You
Hank
don't?
Aaron. We're out on that for now. He is such a good player. Like, and then we watched the All-Star game, the tribute that they had for him in Atlanta, and
One of the
my
coolest,
gosh, that was
like on TV
unreal.
things I've ever seen.
unreal.
Did I miss that? Was I not here? for that?
Yeah,
weren't
you
there.
weren't here.
That was
Yeah.
the All-Star game we all watched separate.
Yeah,
Last year's.
just amazing. I have one of his hats in my room that's like specifically made for him, and like all this stuff. And I have a shirt of him. I have a autographed picture of him, I think. And I mean, the guy's just unreal. And Hammer and Hank in 23. MLB The Show 23 was a good year, but that card was unreal.
You didn't even have him, right? Yeah,
I had him in like season 5 or whatever, and so it was like being able to use him for that time. It was just awesome. Love the guy, but yeah, he's my number 6.
If you guys haven't seen the hologram display from the All-Star game in Atlanta of Hank Aaron,
Highly recommend you go watch
look
it.
it up. It's one of the coolest
it's
things I've ever seen.
So cool. All right, Liam.
My number 5 is Brett Gardner.
Mm.
I do even have to explain. As of recently, I really enjoy him because he lost his kid to, I think, some disease, and Aaron Judge started doing his celebration in the outfield since. Anyways, Brett Gardner, when he played, dude, people on base, he was a contact hitter, no one on. It seems like he was swinging like prime Barry Bonds, just trying to hit the ball as hard as he could, and he was clutch. He stole bases. He was a Yankee. He is shorter than Andrew and me.
Yeah.
The guy was super gritty. He was good for us. He was like the guy when the Yankees were not that good of a team from like 2009 on. Watching him and Judge, like do their little chest bump thing, and Gardy has to jump like 3 feet to get to Judge. Watching Gardner, and then Gardy Party. I love Brett Gardner. He was short like me. I stole bases like him. I wanted to be so much like Brett Gardner when I was a littler kid.
Yeah.
So it's number 5 now?
5 now, yeah.
When did Gardner debut?
Gardner, I think he played in 09. I think he was on the team as a pinch runner in 09, and I think he hit his best season in 11.
Is he around that long, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my dates with him all mixed up.
Let me see. Let me make sure. I just don't sound stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that I know he was in the league in the early 2010s. But
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because he had a prime card for 2011. Yeah. Oh, I was even wrong. He played in 08.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
So
I had my dates with him completely wrong. I would have pegged him for like 2016.
wow, actually.
Yeah. But yeah. All right, Andrew.
Number
What
5.
about
All right,
your
we're in
five?
top 5 now. This is big hitters.
So I mentioned that Luis Gonzalez is the second most iconic player in franchise history. Number 1 most iconic is my number 5 because I never got to watch him personally, but it's Randy Johnson. He is he's a top 3 pitcher of all time, and he's known for being a Diamondback.
Yep.
I mean, like, how can you not love that guy if you're a Diamondbacks fan?
Yeah, that's fair.
Top 3 pitcher of all time,
It's my
and he's
Nolan Ryan.
played for your team.
If it's top 3 whether you look at baseball, because there's like guys in the 1900s that pitched like 30 complete games in a season and then just had relatively better stats than everybody. So, but Randy Johnson was probably the
best
pitcher.
contemporary pitcher.
Yeah.
Like top 3 contemporary pitchers.
Taking out all the ridiculous
like Walter Johnson and Cy
Johnson,
Young and like all those guys.
So
Walter Johnson's probably the best pitcher of all time. Though.
with the dumb stats.
Yeah.
But I mean like Bob Gibson, for example. Right?
Yeah.
Guy had like 30 complete games,
Something like that,
20 shutouts, and then unreal in the postseason.
1 ERA season. Was ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, most iconic player for my franchise. Top 3 pitcher of all time, depending on how you look at it. Over almost 5,000 strikeouts. Would have been only 2 guys ever to do that.
Yeah.
Just incredible player for my team. Still hangs around the broadcast all the time. His photography career is very admirable. He's moved on to something that he really loves after baseball, which I think is awesome. I think it's awesome that he's pursuing his dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's his dream or not, but
No,
I have mixed feelings about Randy. I really like him in only the show, obviously, but he was not a nice guy when he was a Yankee.
right, because one of his strengths is being intimidating.
Yeah, but no, he was just rude. Like he wouldn't sign autographs for fans and stuff, only as a Yankee. So, but he's arguably the most dominant pitcher of all time. Arguably,
yeah.
That stretch of 4 seasons in that contract that we signed him to. It's arguably one of the better contracts ever. It's 4 years, and he wins 4 Cy Youngs in the 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many other guys that were dominant. Like Mariano Rivera was dominant for his entire career. So, but Randy Johnson obviously had the best probably peak of a pitcher we've ever seen.
If you were doing a top pitcher list, where would you put Mariano Rivera? Like, it's how much impact does him being a closer have towards him being on that list?
When I like, he's got to be top 10, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I think he's
100%.
top 10.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, obviously the best closer of all time. It's kind of hard to put him in leagues with some of those starting pitchers because they just have more strikeouts. Like, he can't help it that he goes in for an inning, maybe 2, and then is just shut down. Like, it's just kind of different. But
What's his career ERA? Is it in the ones?
Probably.
gotta be.
Sorry, hang on. Keep talking.
Because I mean, like, how long did he play? 20 seasons of dominance.
I mean, yeah, and more. I saw some stat that like more people walked on the moon than have scored off of him in the postseason,
That's insane.
and it's like you think that might be a lot, but it's like 7 or 8 people.
So he had a 2.21 ERA and then had more strikeouts than games.
It's actually
Yeah,
kinda
that's
surprising.
wild.
But he had a 0.7 ERA with 42 saves in the playoffs.
That's ridiculous.
Unreal.
I think he has 1 blown save in the playoffs.
Yeah,
And then it's obviously against the Diamondbacks.
yeah.
Let me look it up. Blown.
If that's
saves.
the only blown save, that would actually be.
And it was the most lucky hit ever.
Yeah.
4 saves, 4 blown saves.
Okay.
1997, 01, 04, 04.
2-0-4, really?
Well, that's the Red Sox year.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, for my number 5, I have Logan O'Hoppe. This guy, so I got invited to go to Angel Stadium and walk on the field, meet the players,
Always got connections.
be there when they're taking BP and stuff. And I vividly remember standing there talking to the manager at the time, Phil Nevin, and it was me and my parents and my brother. We were all talking, and Logan O'Hoppe goes up to the plate, and I recognize him because he was a rookie that year. And I was thinking that, oh my gosh, I really like this guy. Like, I want to watch him play tonight. And he hits a line drive straight off the pitcher's net, and it ricochets right at me. I squat down, grab it like a ground ball, and then I got it signed by I think it was Patrick Sandoval after that, but because Logan went straight to the clubhouse. And then that night we went to go watch the game, and he hit 2 home runs, to win the game over Cleveland. One of them, I was in the broadcast trying to catch it, and I almost got it, but I didn't.
I remember you
Still
sending
the
the pictures.
screenshot.
Yeah, I still have the
He was so
screenshot on my
excited.
phone. Yeah. But no, just he represents that day because Trout was hurt at the time. Ohtani was hurt at the time. And he was playing like the best player on that team at the time. It was like him and Neto, I think. And so like when I think of him, I think of that day. And that day was one of the best of my life. And so I honestly, and so I definitely put him at 5. It was hard to put him above that because he's just not as good as some of the other ones that I put up there. But
Thoughts on Phil Nevin as a manager?
I don't even want to talk about it.
All right, well,
he seemed like a really nice guy, and he got me onto the field and got to meet some of the guys, which was awesome. I mean, we had our worst seasons with him, and then worse seasons with Ron Washington, and then worse seasons right now with Kurt Suzuki. So, I mean, maybe it's just the Angels organization. But
Well, I guess first 2 years were 74 wins both times or something like that.
yeah, it's like, I don't really know where I stand with him.
No
But,
progress,
I mean,
but no decline either.
yeah.
So my next couple are kind of gimmies as a 2010s to 2020s
Yeah.
Yankee fan. So at number 4, I have Giancarlo Stanton. Oh my gosh, dude! When he first came to our team, hit a moonshot against the Blue Jays,
Mhm.
and then ever since then was just injuries.
Yeah.
Hits home run in Washington 2020, gets injured again. 21, he finally gets 2020. He gets a taste of the playoffs. It's a nuke. They're like, wow, Stanton's pretty good in the playoffs, right? Yeah. 2021, we make it back to the playoffs. Who do we face in 20? Oh my gosh.
21
Astros.
was the
No, 22 was Astros. 21 was
Guardians. Or I guess Indians at the time.
who did we get eliminated by?
I don't know. Was it
In
maybe-
2021, sorry.
Was it
I'm
any of
blanking.
the AL East teams?
It
Red Sox, Rays,
Red Sox. We
Red
lost
Sox.
to the Red Sox in the wild card game.
Because
Wow.
the Red Sox lost to the Astros in the CS, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
because they beat the Rays and then beat the Astros.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Astros. So watching Stanton, because before that he was unreal in
Mhm.
Fenway. unreal again. I think he hit a double and a home run in the wild card series, even though we got blown out because Garrett Cole pooped the bed.
Yeah.
But then 2022 happens. He's not in the playoffs. He's injured. 2023, my gosh. Guy goes nuclear off the Royals and then does even better against the Guardians. And then for game 1, my favorite home run call probably ever.
Yeah.
Joe Davis is scraping the sky.
Yeah.
Gives us the lead in, I think, the 6th inning. Don't want to talk about that game anymore.
Yeah.
And then he just wasn't pitched through the rest of the series because he's a threat.
He's doing well.
And then had his best season as a Yankee last year, and then he's hurt again.
Yeah.
But I love John Carlos so much.
Yeah.
Joe Davis. Don't love him as a commentator, but he's got some great one-liners.
I hate him as a commentator. I hate him.
All right, Andrew, number 4.
All right, so my number 4 is Gabby Moreno. It's Gabriel Moreno.
Yeah.
The first year I got super into baseball, we had this dude. His name is Dalton Varsho.
Yeah.
He on the 22 team was one of the better players that year. He was really young. I think it was like his 3rd full season or something.
Probably less. Honestly.
Because I think it was 2020. I think that was his rookie year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong on that though.
No, 2019.
I just don't count
2019 was because 2020 he was face of the franchise in MLB The Show. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking 22. Never mind. 22. Yep, you're right. I think.
Stop talking. I'm just kidding.
All right. Anyways, so Varsho has a great year in 2022. The story of the offseason becomes that we have a surplus of outfielders, left-handed young outfielders, because we have Alec Thomas, Jake McCarthy, and Dalton Varsho.
That's so sad looking
And
back
then
at it now.
and then also Corbin Carroll. You're not going to trade Corbin Carroll. At the time, Alec Thomas was a top prospect. You're not going to trade Alec Thomas. So it was either going to be Jake McCarthy or it was going to be Dalton Varsho. They traded Dalton Varsho, and they got Gabriel Moreno and Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Yeah.
Obviously, hard to let go of him at the time because he was probably the best player on the team the first year I got super into baseball. But I think that trade has worked out for us pretty well overall. Gabby has been one of the best defensive catchers in the game since he debuted in 2023.
Yeah.
He's just in the one postseason, he was like the 2nd best hitter on the team behind Marte that postseason. Him, Alec Thomas, and Marte had incredible postseasons. Along with
Just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Right. He's had some injury problems. When he's healthy, they play a lot better. Obviously, it's like when you have your star player.
Yeah.
But if you look at specifically in 2023 in the World Series year, if you look at their record with him versus their record without him, it's incredible. It's so different, and it doesn't make it's like it's really hard to explain. With him, they win. Without him, they lose.
Yeah.
It's just he's one of the core pieces of the team and has been since I got it super into baseball.
Yeah.
There's not really a who's won the trade yet because they both made a World Series. They both excelled. So
yeah, it's weird. But all right, well, number 4 might be a little controversial. I don't know, but I have Barry Bonds. I've done 3 school papers on him, 2 documentaries, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree. This guy was just unreal. I didn't get to watch him personally. The only experience I have watching any of his clips are like obviously the 762 I guess it was 740 something at the time when he broke 756. Yes, when he beat Hank Aaron's, and then in 2002 he played against the Angels in the World Series. And the guy, he's one of the he's the only 500 in the Hall of Fame.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
What?
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
At the MLB. That's what I meant. The only reason he didn't make the Hall of Fame was because of this steroid usage, which is why he's a little controversial. But just being able to hear his and obviously I did the papers on him without his steroid years, without the years that he was confirmed taking steroids. He was like 400 home runs, 3 stolen bases, or 300. Gosh, 300 stolen bases, like a 298 average career. Just one of the most dominant, obviously the most dominant player of his time with the 73, all that, whatever. But no, I just love him, and obviously he wasn't that nice of a person outside of the baseball, but amazing fielder, amazing base runner, amazing hitter. What more can you ask for?
I've always hated the argument from Hall of Fame voters, keeping those guys out of the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Because it's
Dave
like
Ortiz
you
did-
still have to
Dave
be
Ortiz did
you
steroids.
still have to be a quality hitter. for
You
steroids
have to make
that much of a
contact with the ball.
difference.
It's a product of the times, you know, like Manny. Oh my gosh, Manny Ramirez, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, all these guys that when Gonzo.
I
when
like
people
Gonzo.
think of steroids, they think of those players, which coincidentally are some of the best players to play. You know, and
I think it's so stupid.
I agree.
The things that those guys did for baseball is insane. I
Yeah.
mean, there's everyone tuned in for Sosa versus McGuire.
If
And then David
Barry,
Ortiz did steroids, but just because he's on the MLB Network, you
Yeah.
know, he's
if Barry Bonds still is allowed to have the single season home run record, if he's still allowed to have the career home run record, then I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. That's an argument for another time when we have more time to talk about it. But yeah, number 4. What
If
more?
they really hate it that much, they should strip all those records.
100%.
number 3. I have Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Really hard to like him when I first started. The guy was probably the best. I still think he should have won the Cy Young over Justin Verlander that year.
2019, right?
2019, he was an Astro.
Mhm.
Shut us out, demolished us.
Yeah.
And then 2019, the Yankees are the front runners to get Garrett Cole. No, they're not. They're behind somebody.
Wasn't it the Astros?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Astros are re-signing him. And then
Maybe the Pirates.
comes out that Garrett Cole is a Yankees fan, and he brings the sign that he used to bring to Yankees fans, Yankee games. And then that just instantly clicked. I think
Yeah.
2020 he was hurt. 2021 he came back. He was good.
Yeah.
And then 2022, I think he was really dominant. And then 2022 he won Cy Young.
One Cy Young, yeah.
So that was it's really easy to like a guy who won Cy Young.
Was it 23? Cy?
23. Dude, no, okay, I get my years
Because
mixed up all the
22
time.
was also Justin
Because-
Verlander. He had the 175
Yes,
year.
I get confused because I think
Yeah,
20 because
yeah,
23 is the judge year, right? No.
22 is the
22
Oh my gosh, 23 is the year Judge got hurt.
Yes.
So he wins Cy Young 23. 2022, he's good in the playoffs. 2024 now.
Yeah.
He's coming off Cy Young year. Gets really I think he gets hurt again.
Yeah.
Gets in the playoffs against the Dodgers. Unreal. Obviously, we don't talk about Game 5, but
Yeah.
it wasn't his fault. He had one earned run the entire series against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
2025 gets Tommy John is now back and is doing pretty well. And
Yeah.
I love Garrett Cole. The energy he brings. My favorite is him screaming at Boone,
Yeah.
saying, "I'm not leaving this game," and it's against Yordan Alvarez. Like,
Yeah.
and it's a 1-0 game, and he's at like 114 pitches, and he just refuses to come out of the game. And I love Garrett Cole so much.
Jacob Mizorowski did the same thing to Pat Murphy the other day. All right, so my number 3 is Geraldo Perdomo.
Mhm.
He's always like, even in the years where he wasn't as great of a hitter as he was in 2025, he always stuck out because he has one of those personalities, you know, like of guys that you just like love.
Yeah.
He's super, like, it seems like he's super fun to be around. He's super supportive of the team. He has great relationships with the teammates. Like him and Merrill Kelly are incredible. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Those two be just best of friends. It's just the impact that he has on the locker room and the mental state of the team, the positivity that he brings.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it has an impact on the fans. It has an impact on the team. It, like, overall, just as a person, as a player, he's one of my favorite people I've ever watched play the game.
Yeah.
Obviously a down year, but who cares? I
Yeah,
mean, the guy was
honestly.
on your World Series and then had like a 7-war last year. So
Yeah. For my number 3, I have Shohei Ohtani. He was an Angel for the first part of his career. Obviously, it was really hard for me to see him go to the Dodgers, which is my least favorite team.
Having on call.
Have an on-call. No, it didn't.
Or did I call you right after?
You called me right after. Yeah, I was hanging out with my friends, and I physically stood up, took my hat off, and threw it against the wall because of how mad I was. I literally, oh my gosh, he was so. He had so much potential, and he was really good with us. And obviously, he's been better with the Dodgers. I'm not going to argue that.
unreal with the Dodgers.
But like, oh my, just to be able to watch this guy, and like anytime there was a free game on MLB the show or on the MLB Network or whatever that I could watch, he was on Cycle Watch, or he hit 2 home runs and pitched 9 shutout innings or whatever. Like, just what he's done for the game of baseball. As much as I hate to see a Dodger being so good, he was just unreal. and I love watching him. I loved when he was on the Angels, and so that's my number 3.
I vividly remember a day in 2023 where it was a doubleheader.
Yeah, doubleheader.
first-
He hit 3 home runs, I think, in the first game, and then 8 shutout innings or something in the
Complete
second.
game, 1 hit shutout.
Complete
Second
game, 1 hit. Yeah,
And then you called me right after, and you were like freaking out.
yeah,
It
it
was
was unreal.
So now let's just do our 1-2s
Yeah.
because it's kind of obvious, I think, for all of us.
Yeah.
My number 2, I'm gonna go first, is Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny I put him.
Yeah, too. Yeah.
So Derek Jeter is the only reason I played baseball. So I first started watching. I go back, look at Yankee highlights. I look at Derek Jeter's everything. I looked at what he did, his rookie home run against the Guardians. I watched his Mr. November home run.
Mm-hmm.
Probably he has 2 of the probably most iconic nicknames ever.
Yeah.
Mr. November,
Mr.
and the
November
captain.
Yeah.
So you think team captain, you think Derek Jeter. His documentary,
Yeah,
unreal.
the captain series. Oh my
So
gosh.
good. It was so good. Watching him talk about it, and then even losing against the Red Sox in 04.
Yeah.
Jeter's story of getting the call from the Yankees, him excited to be a Yankee.
Yeah.
Guy has like 3,400 hits.
Yeah.
Has some of the most unreal highlights
Yeah.
in baseball history with
Mhm.
him running into the crowd or the Jeter throw.
Yeah.
I get the DRS. It's
Yeah.
horrible,
Yeah.
but what the guy did
Yeah.
was unreal.
Mhm.
And the way he impacted the Yankees, we won 97, I think, 99, 98, 99, 3. I think we 3-peated.
Mm.
09.
Yeah.
And then didn't we win another one in 2000s? Am I wrong?
maybe
so
like
you won in 09, obviously.
yeah. I don't really.
I think we
know.
won
Because it
4
was-
with him.
It was 98, 99, 2000,
Oh, okay.
and then
Then you made it 2001, but didn't.
And we lost, I think,
09,
what, 3 times in the World Series?
think
Because we
so,
lost to the
yeah.
We
Marlins
lost to the White
twice.
Sox.
Marlins twice and
no,
then the
the
D-backs.
White Sox are in the AL.
We lost.
It was Marlins twice and then D-backs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who would ever thought,
Marlins,
Yeah.
Marlins won in 97 and then 03.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Yeah, he lost to them on the.
We lost to them both times.
97.
Which
Yeah.
is stupid. The Marlins bought their team. Whatever. Yeah, but Derek Jeter, what he did, and then it seems like he's just been Mr. Iconic. I mean, his last game in Yankee Stadium hits a walk-off.
Mhm.
He's just unreal. And then, like I said, the series makes it better. And then
Yeah.
my number 1, it's obvious, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
I have Aaron Judge.
Yes.
Aaron Judge is the second reason why I watch baseball and
Mhm.
continue to watch baseball. Though I wouldn't even have to say, I mean, his rookie year breaks the rookie record.
Yeah.
We make the playoffs. Make it really far. Lose to the Astros. 2018, plays, gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cover MLB The Show.
Yes.
MLB 19, he's hurt again,
Mm.
but he's also great. 2020, he's hurt again, but he's also great. And then 2021 is when I think Judge has his
It was like
first full healthy season.
50 or something.
No,
45.
he hit like 35 home runs.
Oh,
and then
in
had like a
21,
290
okay.
average. And then 2022 he hit 62, right? Unreal.
Unreal.
He had a 302 average, missed Triple Crown because of Luis Arias,
Yeah.
of course, right?
Of course.
So he misses the Triple Crown.
like the one main year he's been in the American League.
Yeah.
Mhm. So he did that. We made it far into the playoffs. He sucked in the playoffs, sadly, and it's a revolving story with Judge.
Yeah.
2023, he hurts his toe or something.
Yeah, it was a toe ligament.
In
I think.
probably one of the most important series, the
The
World Series favorite matchup was the Dodgers versus the
Yeah.
Yankees. He hits his toe on
on the
the
fence.
thing,
Yeah.
and then gets hurt. Yankees miss the playoffs. 2024.
I can still see that image in my mind. Wild.
No, trust me, I did
And
too.
like laying
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like yeah.
He's everywhere when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
2024. I think his best season, right? I think we all agree, right?
Yeah, it was like the 55 home runs with like a 316
58.
average or something. 58 home runs with
What
like
about last year? If last year he was fully healthy,
300 something.
Easily.
average.
He missed
yeah,
10 games last
yeah.
year.
30 with 53 or whatever.
55, I think McKay's right. No, 53. Andrew's right.
Mhm.
So Aaron Judge had the best season of his career. We make the World Series. Another Joe Davis call I love is Sleeping Giants finally awoken,
Sleeping
which is a
Giants,
bad
yeah.
home run call because he
Yeah.
sucked. That and then him being a part of the World Series team was great. And
Yeah.
then 25, he gets hurt a little bit, and then everyone's arguing Cal Raleigh deserves it. And then
Yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm the Yankee fan that's just like, just look at the stats. Like if you just read everything, Judge is better at everything.
Yeah,
and in
the
less
only
games.
thing Cal had was home runs. That was
Judge
it.
wins MVP again, and then hits the home run off the Blue Jays, which is a
Yeah.
great home run. But that's enough talk from me. That's my top 15.
Right,
All right,
Andrew.
so
2-1.
my number 2 is Ketel Marte.
Mhm.
He has probably been the best player on the team since I started watching. It's either him or my number 1, which we'll get into later.
Since you started watching, it's definitely Cato. I think
It's close. It's really close.
it's probably closer than I think, but
I
yeah,
don't know.
continue.
Anyways, and so the year I first get into it, 2022, he struggled a little bit. It was one of his worst full seasons, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2023, he has a great regular season. It was one of his better regular seasons, but nothing not close to the last two regular seasons he's had. Those are
Yeah.
2 ridiculous years. But then you go into the playoffs, and he sets the playoff record for hit streak. Like
Yeah.
that
was
one of the coolest
electric,
things ever to watch from him. Just watching them climb through into the World Series
Yeah.
in a playoff run where they were supposed to lose in the first or second
Not
round.
even supposed to make it.
Yeah.
Then you win a year where they weren't supposed to make it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go all out of the World Series on the back of Ketel Marte. It was
Yeah.
awesome. He shot up to my number 2 immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Just one of the best players I've watched. His personality on the field is kind of awesome to watch too. He's not, from what we hear, he's not the greatest of teammates. I don't think that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Lovello came out.
It's very debatable.
Lovello today in an interview said that he's one of the best teammates he's ever had in his 10 years as manager.
Well, of course,
Mhm.
the manager's gonna say that.
Yeah.
you know?
But
Right. But you could also you don't have to say that. Like you could say he's a good teammate. You don't have to say he's one of the best you ever had. He's been here for 10 years. He's had plenty of players he could say that about.
But yeah.
Anyways. And then my number 1 is Corbin Carroll.
Yeah.
He was the number 2 prospect in baseball the year I got really into it. And then he gets called up at the end of the year.
Yeah.
He is really, really good in the 1 month that he's here and that he's up. Just already showing signs of what he could become later on.
Didn't
And
he have
then-
like 10 home runs or something, or like 15 or
Yeah, it
something?
was like-
in like
6 and 8 stolen
It was
bases or
like-
something like that.
oh,
And he hit
okay.
290 or something.
maybe I was off. Yeah.
So he shows flashes in a month long of what he could become when he gets real playing time.
Yeah.
And then the next year he comes out, dominates the rookie class, wins rookie of the year, 5th in MVP, just one of the best players in the league overall.
Yeah.
And then has a really good overall playoffs. Struggles a bit in the NLCS, but he's the reason why we won that Game 7. He is the reason why. It's just awesome to watch. 2024 struggles a bit. Him and Gino in the second half are 2 of the best individual halves for a player I've watched in my life. Those 2 went off in the second half of that season. That's part of the reason why that team won as many games as it did.
Yeah.
And 2025 puts up, depending on how much you value batting average and the extra steals, his best career season. By WAR, it's his best career season too, I think. He becomes the first player in Diamondbacks history to have a 30-30 season.
Mm-hmm.
He also is the only rookie ever to have 25 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the rookie season.
And then doesn't he have like the same amount of triples as like the White Sox organization or something?
He has, I think it's 3 more triples than the White Sox organization since he debuted.
Since he debuted.
I'm the average guy. I don't like that you are a fast guy and you don't steal that much, but you hit home runs. Like I think when I think fast, you should have a high average and steal. But obviously last year was unreal. If you look at Corbin Carroll, you're like power hitter. No.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What do you think of this season though? 290, 11
Doesn't steal.
homers. He's at 8 steals right now.
doesn't steal.
I mean, you look at the stolen base leaderboard. It's not that he doesn't steal.
But
Yeah.
he should steal more in my
He
opinion.
also historically steals more in the second half anyway. But he'll
That's
get
true,
it.
yeah,
He'll figure
he
it out.
That's an interesting top.
He's
Yeah.
15 done.
an MVP candidate this year too, which is it's awesome.
All right. Well, my number 2 is Ken Griffey Jr. Oh my gosh, I have always loved him, and it's because I have a story. I tend to have stories with a lot of my guys. I have an autographed bat in his room in my room that
And Ken Griffey's
is in Ken's room. We're good buddies. No, it's cracked halfway through, and it's because in spring training game against the A's in 1985, right?
is he even in the league that year?
Yes.
I think so. I don't know.
Plus it's spring training. Could
My
be a
dad,
prospect.
my dad pulls up to the spring training stadium on his bike with his friends, and he watches this game. It's just a random game because it's the closest one they live by. Griffey hits a moonshot out to right field. They try to get the ball. They can't. So they go up near where the players are. And then Griffey has this broken bat from the home run. And so he gives it to my dad. My dad gets it signed, everything, whatever. And then I'm looking through my dad's stuff, just being like, oh, what's cool in here, whatever. And I find two things. I find an autographed picture of Mickey Mantle, Ted Williams, and Joe DiMaggio on one picture. And I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. And then I see the bat, and I'm like losing my mind. He gives it to me. It was a super sweet moment, whatever. I hang it up on my wall, and it's been there ever since. And ever since then, I've been watching.
We were on call when he got the bat.
Yeah. And then I went to go look at his stats and stuff, and we've talked about it. I think that if he was fully healthy for his career, he would have hit 750.
Arguably would have been the best player.
Arguably would have been the best player. And just that about him, and then also that he got to play with his dad, which is awesome. I could keep going, but yeah, definitely a solid number 2. And the only reason he's not number 1 is because of Mike Trout. I mean, he's the best franchise player of all time. What more can you say? Iffy, yeah. But
before injuries, was on track to be the best.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Same situation as Griffey, just on a higher scale. Like injuries ruined him, but he was the best potential that I've ever seen in my baseball career. He got me into baseball. MLB The Show 22. First day I open it, I rip open my first ever pack. I pull Mike Trout. I mean,
so annoying.
So annoying. No, but I mean, it was just so fun. And then I got him parallel 5 that year. No, but I genuinely just, ever since I pulled him that day, honestly, I started to, I was always, a fan of baseball, but then being able to like really hone in on him, on his highlights and stuff. Him and Ohtani were a dynamic duo that I love to watch. I mean, it just was so amazing to watch him grow, especially. He was the reason we made the playoffs. 3 MVPs, 400 home runs. What more can you ask for, And a guy who steals bases. I mean, not as much anymore. And then this year, he's having another.
He's the fastest he's ever been.
He's the fastest he's ever been, and he's hitting nukes again. Literally, the only thing that I'm not seeing vintage Mike Trout is his average, and his average is still like, 240, 250, which is like, honestly,
270. I don't know.
No, it's not
No,
270.
it's
It's like
heavily.
240
Did
or
it drop?
something, 245, yeah.
Should start in the All-Star game still.
Oh, 100%. And 10 or 11 All-Star game appearances?
Something
Yes,
like that.
11,
Like what,
11
2 MVPs?
Yeah, 11 All-Star game appearances, 2 All-Star MVPs. Hopefully his 12th in Philly, where he's from. But yeah, I mean, he's just been one of my favorites, and yeah.
Well,
So that's my top 15.
We had something else planned, but this went on a little longer than we
Yeah.
wanted it to go. But that's good. But the box score is closed, the numbers are in, and the debate continues. We'll see you in the next episode.
See ya.